The Hill Clinical Program provides clarity for me. If anything's answered incorrectly or concerning, I can focus on that particular very specific question and get the most use out of that visit. Some of the questions they know, and so I don't need to go through everything. And some they need extra attention on. I have been using, and my clinic has been using Hill Clinical for about 4.5 years. One of the things that I have appreciated by using the program is not only is it educating my patients with regard to opioid use, but it has identified other issues that need addressing. And so there are times where we appreciate from the way the patient answered the questions, we need to get mental health involved. For some patients, they're referred to a different specialist. For others, we think perhaps we can handle it with the licensed professional counselor that we have. So it not only helps me with the opioid education, which is a great thing, but it identifies other issues that if it doesn't fall in our area of expertise, we can at least get them the help that they need and send them to the expert that they do need. Hill Clinical, I think, has been very valuable educating my patients. There's been some very positive things happen in my practice. For example, the number of patients that have Narcan available to them has significantly increased in my practice. And then the amount of benzodiazepines that my patients take concomitantly with opiates has significantly been reduced. And so it's brought an awareness to a lot of patients and a lot of discussions with regard to risk associated with concomitant use of benzodiazepines and opiates. Some of these patients had no idea. Just those two things, I think, have significantly improved the safety for my patients. A lot of patients didn't really understand what an opiate was or what a benzodiazepine was. They knew they were being prescribed for a certain reason, but had no clue on the interaction, the risk associated with it. And I do believe that that information is helping keep patients safe. Unfortunately, in medicine today, documentation has become more and more involved. Insurances are wanting clinic notes and they're looking to see the necessary information to support your diagnosis, your billing. The Hill Clinical Program, I definitely think it reduced my risk, and I'll give you a quick story. The Texas Medical Board actually presented an allegation to me that was rather shocking. The allegation was prescribing large amounts of opiates for non-therapeutic purposes. I think the reason that happened is because the two doctors in the clinic, there's 8 of us, and all of our prescriptions for the Schedule IIs are finalized by myself or the other doctor. And so there was a large volume because we got 6 other nurse practitioners helping us. It was a ludicrous allegation in my mind because I know we're doing things right. The investigation lasted about a year and a half. Lots of medical records were given. And I think part of what changed, that enlightened them, so to speak, was the Hill Clinical education. So they saw that we were educating patients. We were providing multidisciplinary care for these patients. We were doing the necessary workup, the imaging, et cetera. So I do think that that particular part of our practice uh, also gave them reassurance that we were doing things right. And so I do think that reduced some of my liability. Anytime you introduce something new into your clinic, from the front staff to the clinicians, the knee jerk is, oh my goodness, I've got more work to do. But once they appreciate that, hey, this is very beneficial, we're going to provide better care for our patients, safety is going to improve. They get over that initial knee jerk reaction of extra work. And once you do things and you become familiar with them, it becomes second nature. And I don't get the pushback that I did in the very get go. I think it works very well by the patients are in the waiting room anyway, waiting to come in. And so it's a very good utilization of their time. and it provides very good information for us. It's no strain on our staff while the patient's in the waiting room answering the questions. The process is pretty streamlined when the clinician, either the nurse practitioner or the doctor, goes in to see the patient. There's the EMR, there's our information in real time. So it's a pretty seamless process once you have it set up. In the beginning, it took a little massaging and it took a little encouraging, but we've been doing it a long time, and all those complaints go away once they see that it's really not that bad and it provides very good care for your patient. Yeah, so um, from a business standpoint, it's provided a nice amount of revenue to our bottom line. I wish I got paid on every single one of these. We don't, but we get paid on the majority of them. And I administer the test irregardless because of the patient care. Uh, and there's enough of them that pay that it makes it very worthwhile as from a business standpoint. It's been pretty lucrative to my bottom line.